Can I introduce you to Steve Darlow from Fighting High? He'll be our principal speaker, but also our three veterans from Bomber Command.
You can see the three gentlemen we've got here. We've got Joe Lancaster on the right here, and this is Joe's crew, his crew here, and that's Joe in the middle there. Dave Fellows, the rear gunner. This is Dave's crew up here. Dave's this young man up here, and then George, who's a pilot in front of his Halifax, and this is George here. George flew 44 operations during the Second World War on Halifaxes and Mosquitoes. Dave did 33 as a rear gunner in Lancasters, and Joe did 54 operations on Wellingtons and Lancasters. So
I got time off from work to attend a full-time ab initio course at Sywell on Tiger Bots. So that's where I started my flying.
And via here at one point.
Yes. So towards the end of the course we had to do a solo cross-country, and my destination was White Waltham.
Yes.
And it just took 45 minutes each way.
I'd done my homework, and of course I'd made up my mind I was going into the Royal Air Force.
And you didn't want to go in the army?
Oh, army? Well, I hope there's not any brown jobs in here. Or the dark navy blue.
No.
With wings on their sleeves. No, as soon as I was 17, I hoofed it up to the recruiting centre and volunteered for the Royal Air Force.
Just over my 18th birthday, I decided I wouldn't wait for call-up. So I didn't fancy the army, a bit like Dave here. And I had a fear of water. Well, I didn't fancy drowning, put it that way. So just after 18, I decided I'd go up to Chatham and volunteer for aircrew.
And George, could you talk about how your crew came together?
The crewing up was quite a casual arrangement. We were sort of put in a hangar and everybody was wandering around. And I remember the first chap that came up to me was a Scotsman. He was a bomb aimer. And he said, have you got anyone in your crew yet, George? I said, no. He said, well, how about taking me on as a bomb aimer? I said, that's fine. He said, oh, by the way, he said, I know a chap from Belfast who's a navigator. He's an officer, he said, but we won't hold that against him. That's how generally crews were formed. It was very much a casual arrangement. Somebody met somebody, he knew somebody else, and that's how it went on.
The controversy over the bombing policy has become another of their threshold guardians, arresting their recognition of their airmanship, their risk-taking, their sacrifice, and it is manifested in the refusal to award them a campaign medal after the war, and Churchill ignored them in his victory speech. Earlier in the war, he claims, and it's on the Bomber Command Memorial in London, the fighters are our salvation, but the bombers alone provide the means of victory.